Yes, ma'am, you can start, please.
Again, a very good evening to all the participants and a warm welcome to our keynote speaker for today's day 4 session. Today, we will be having two sessions. One will be building IoT applications, tools, and platform to be taken by our keynote speaker and expert, Mr. Ajay Godra. And second topic will be again an hands-on session, developing an IoT project, both taken by Mr. Ajay Godra. So let me give a brief introduction of our keynote speaker for today's event to our participants. Mr. Ajay Godra is founder and CEO of Innovate Skill Panchkula, Haryana. Mr. Ajay Godra, uh, he has a he's leading an innovation and skill development hub in Chandigarh. And with 8 years of industry experience, he specializes in robotics, IoT, AI, and drone technology, and holds a patent even in renewable energy sector. As an innovator and mentor of change with Niti Aayog, that is Government of India, Mr. Godra has delivered over 1,000 expert talks globally and conducted more than 500 sessions in faculty development programs, including NITER, AICT's Atal Academy. He has trained over 30,000 students in emerging technologies and is a DGCA certified drone pilot. Currently pursuing a doctorate in drone technology, Mr. Godra continues to drive innovation and skills development in the technical industry. So, please, a huge round of applause to Mr. Ajay Godra. So the two sessions, it will be taken by Mr. Ajay Godra itself. First will be building IoT application tools and platforms, in which an overview of IoT platforms like Arduino, Raspberry, and cloud services will be shared, and how to develop application using these uh, platforms. Okay, so I'll not be taking much time. I'm handing over this platform to Mr. Ajay Godra. So please, the platform is all yours to.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay.
A very warm good evening to everyone. So, we are going to talk about important session over here that is about IoT platform, IoT development, and when we talk about different hardware that we are going to use it for IoT applications, so that we are going to discuss. So, first of all, we are starting with the IoT, a quick overview that I'm just going to share with you. Then after that, we are going to move ahead with the different IoT platform for development application, and as well as when we talk about some simulation tool, with the help of that, a new beginner student can start working in the IoT area and start building, start developing sensor node, and different architecture can be used over there. So when we talk about the IoT, so first of all, when we talk about little bit background over there, that why IoT is important now in this era. So these are three major industrial revolution in the past. When we talk about hydropower and fossil fuel, then the second one was electrical energy and mass productions, and then third one was telecommunication and PLC. So now we are living in the era of fourth industrial revolutions. So over there, when we talk about industry 4.0, that is fourth industrial revolution that is going on right now in the industry. And also we are talking about fifth industrial revolution, that is also we are going to discuss quickly. So when we talk about fourth industrial revolution, that is industry 4.0, so over there you can just simply understand that how we can make factories smart, flexible, and digital, and that is being implemented in the industry now in this day. When we talk about any kind of mobile manufacturing company, when we talk about any automobile company which one is going to produce different two-wheeler, three-wheeler, and four-wheelers, so over there also that smartness is being used over there. Factories are now digital, flexible, and lot of integration of IoT in term of industry 4.0. So these are the key principal factor over there when we talk about making factories smart and digital. So first one is that how we can make factory digital and flexible. And then second one is that is the simulation tool, and that is a powerful data processing that we can use in the simulation tool. So that is the second key principal component over there. Then after that, we are going to talk about how we can make factory efficient in terms of energy and resources. So when we talk about the simulation tool and why those are important now in this era of fourth industrial revolutions. So just you can visualize, like when we talk about 5 year back, we were having a limited processing power in the computers, and when we talk about in the smartphone also. But now in after 5 year, now when we are going to talk about 2024, so over there you are having high computing power in your hand also. And in the same way, when we talk about the laptop, computer, and uh, over there, we are going to use some simulation tool. So, using high computing power, high processing power over there, we can run a lot of calculation in the computer. So, that is being used in the simulations tool, simulation software. When we talk about 10 year back, at that time, we were not having that much computing power, so we were not able to use those kind of simulation software. But now in this era, we are using simulation tool in the industry for simulating any kind of product which when we are going to manufacture. Then after that we are going to optimize that in the software. Then after that we are going to manufacture that particular part. So with the help of that, lot of that time of that product is being get reduced. When we talk about the time cycle, so that is drastically is being get reduced over there. In the same way, cost is also get optimized over there. And in the other way, when we talk about competing in the market for reducing the material cost and all that and delivering on the time, so that is also important. So all these component is being get considered under this simulation tool. So a lot of simulation tool we are using now in these days. When we talk about manufacturing point of view, we are using SolidWorks for the designing purpose. Then after that, when we talk about simulation, so in the SolidWorks software that is being used in the mechanical and civil, over there also that simulation part is being recently added over there. So we can directly simulate over there in the SolidWorks also. That is being developed by Autodesk company. So in the same way, there is another software that is known as a ANSYS, so that is being used commonly in the mechanical and civil engineering works. But now in these days, when we talk about the power electronics, when we talk about the electrical simulation, when we talk about the transformer and the machine simulations, and when we talk about that electronic simulation also, over there also that ANSYS software is being commonly used over there. The different tool and application that is being used over there. In the same way, when we talk about the MATLAB, that is also a software that is being MATLAB and Simulink that is being used for a lot of mathematical calculations. So that also we can do it over there on those particular software. So in the same way, when we talk about some more advanced software, that is one is CATIA that we are using for uh, designing, and then after that a few part we can simulate it over there. In the same way, when we talk about one more software that is Abacus, so these are the few software that I'm going to give you name over there. So you, if you're having any specific area, like when we talk about civil engineering, when we talk about the manufacturing segment, and in the manufacturing segment also there are some dedicated software. Those are being used for molding, and those software are being used for metal cutting, drilling operation and all that. So one software is over there that is Deform 3D. So that is also very interesting software that is being used in the industry for specific kind of cutting operations, specific kind of tool and die when we are going to use it for wire drawing and many more operations that we can do it using that software. So these are few software those are being used for dedicated high computing simulations. Like whenever we have to launch any kind of satellite, so we are going to use some software to simulate that one so that we can reduce the cost of testing and all that. So that testing part we can do it in the simulation over there. So then after that, how we are going to make it efficient in terms of how we can optimize the resources using simulation tool. So one example that I'm just sharing with you, like whenever we have to manufacture any car, So for manufacturing the car, after designing the car, we have to manufacture it. When we talk about 10 year back, so that was the product life cycle or product design and manufacturing cycle. So over there, first we are going to design it, then after that we are going to manufacture it, and after manufacturing, we are going to do different assembling process, and then after that, we are going to perform certain tests. And one of the common test is over there, that is the crash testing. Might you have seen some animation over there in the YouTube and the different social platform. Whenever we are going to perform the crash testing, if the vehicle is not going to perform properly, so again we are going to redesign it, again manufacturing it, then again we are going to perform all the test over there. So this product cycle, one we are going to repeat it again and again until we are not going to get satisfied with the result. So that carry a lot of cost over there. So using that simulation tool, we can do we can do testing in the simulation. Then after that, we are going to manufacture it. And before manufacturing, if some parameter we have to optimize, that also we can do it in this simulation. And then we can manufacture that one. And finally, we are going to test it one time only after manufacturing that particular vehicle or particular machine. So when we talk about industry 4.0, so these are the buzzword of current scenarios when we talk about it, like digital technology, robotics, AI, sensors, cloud computing, big data, 3D printing, software as a services, IoT. So IoT is one of the major component. Now in these days we are talking about generative AI also. So and we are talking about cyber security also, and we are talking about the drone technology also. So these are few more buzzwords that is being added over there in the industry 4.0. So when we talk about the IoT, so IoT is a multidisciplinary domain. So over there we are going to use the sensors, and over there we are going to use data processing also, big data analytics also we are going to use it, AI also we are going to integrate over there, and we are going to use computing power also over there. Like edge computing we are going to use it, then we are going to use cloud also, internet also we are going to use it. So cloud computing also we are going to use it, sensor and all that. That robotics part also we are going to use it. So it's an integrated part. It's not like that only the computer science student can understand the IoT, can implement the IoT. Now in this day, when we talk about the IoT, it means we are talking about the multidisciplinary approach. If you are from the civil background, then also you can implement that IoT in your domain, like in the construction segment, and in the building also, in the infrastructure also you can implement over there. When we talk about the mathematical, if you're having a mathematical background, then also you can implement IoT. And over there, like all the algorithm that we have to use it, that also you can implement on the sensor. So the understanding of the sensor is very important over there for building any kind of IoT platform over there. So when we talk about the different buzzwords over there, so those are interlinked with the IoT, and you can see in this animation over there, like all the 3D printing is also being used over there, and all the data is going on the cloud. You can perform some data analytics also on the cloud. You can perform some preventive maintenance also over there. So that is a small animation over there. So when we talk about the IoT ecosystem, so recently I have seen one news that Reliance has introduced one tag that is being introduced in last week. Reliance has introduced geotag. Using that tag, what you can do, you can monitor the things, like if you're going to mount that tag on your vehicles, so that is being connected with the GPS navigations. If you are going to mount with any kind of item at your home, if you forgot somewhere like key or something like that, using that tag, that you can identify easily. So in the coming days, you are going to find more connected devices. So when we talk about recently, Geo has introduced one Geo fiber also, Geo ear fiber. Mean without wiring high computing speed, you are going to get it over there. In the same way, other companies also are not promoting any specific company. Other company also, those introducing like Airtel and other companies, in the same concept like air fiber connectivity, mean high connectivity using like we are using a mobile network, and in the same way like 4G and 5G. So 5G connectivity is common now these days. So in the coming days, you are going to find more devices will be get connected. Like more homes will be get connected with the geo fiber and all that, the Wi-Fi connectivity, and the appliance will also will communicate with your mobile phone and with each other. Like when we talk about your vehicles will be also get synchronized, your solar panel also get synchronized with your IoT system ecosystem, like your factory, your machine, and each and everything. So just visualize this one example, these animations. So that is being taken from the Cartoon Network. So just visualize it that in the coming days, you are going to find those kind of automations in the factories. Right now, that those kind of automation up to 90% that is being adopted by the industries. But in the coming, like when we talk about 10 to 15 years ahead, so over there you are going to find that automation in our home also, our day-to-day life also. Like might we have heard about driverless car and AI driven cars and all that. So whenever we are going to wake up and we are going to get dressed, automatically your car will come from the parking, and after that your office appointment and each and everything is being get scheduled automatically. Because now these days we are talking about the intelligent machines, like we are talking about the chat GPT, and mean whatever information we are having, we have to synchronize that information and the meaningful activity we are going to perform. So in the coming days, when we talk about the real asset, that will be the informations, that will be the data that you are having. So because now in this day, all the data we are having in the smartphone. So in the same way, in the coming days, when we talk about the real assets that you are going to find in your pen drive and all that, in a hard drive and all that. So that is important to understand the value of information, value of the data, and the privacy also. That is the important concern that we are going to face in the coming days. So what exactly is IoT? So a simple abbreviation that I'm going to discuss about the IoT. First one, like there is three component over there. One is the sensor and actuators. Then the second one is the connectivity. Then the people and process. So this one is a practical approach that I'm going to discuss over there, like, because whenever we are going to build any kind of IoT solutions, so over there we are going to talk about the sensor and actuator. We are going to connect them using some connectivity. We are sending data to the cloud, and after that we are going to process the data. So we are going to talk about the first one component over there, that is the sensors and actuator. So when we talk about the sensor and actuator, you can see over there, there are different sensors that are being used for different applications over there. Like you can see machine vision and ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, then the leakage and level sensor. So using those different sensors, different application can be performed. And many sensors that we are going to that we are using now in this day in the mobile phone also. We are having a smartphone, we are having a smart watch, we are using those things. So those are having many sensors. Those are being commonly used for different applications. Then after that, you are going to see over here flow sensor over there. So in the flow sensor, what you can do, you can measure the flow of any liquid or something like that. So then after that, chemical and gas sensor and sound vibration. So these are different sensors, sensing activity you can perform. So when we talk about the sensors, using those sensors, you can build a plenty of applications. Now in these days, there is a lot of trend going on about the patent and about the technology transfer. A lot of thing is being discussed about these day in these terms like technology transfer, patent and patentability, design patent and all that. So these areas, like when we talk about the IoT, in this area, there is a lot of scope of developing something new, for getting some patent over there in a fast manner. And then after that, about the technology transfer also, if we have developed something, so easily we can transfer technology, because a lot of transparency is over there in those kind of IPR segment. Like within 1 year, you can get granted your patent if that is patentable. So many things over there that we have to consider. So now we are going to move ahead about the connectivity. So when we talk about the connectivity over there, so there are different way of connectivity. You can connect your sensor and actuator and you can send it to the cloud. So many connectivity we are using in the smartphone also. Like we are going to use Bluetooth connectivity, we are going to use Wi-Fi connectivity. Using Wi-Fi also we are going to access the internet. Using Bluetooth we are going to transfer the data. We are going to use earplug and all that. And in the same way, we are going to use that RFID tag also in the mobile phone. Now in these days, in the latest mobile phone that
Hello, sir. You are not audible, no? Please check. Ajay, sir. Let us wait for 1 minute. I think he lost his connection.
yeah, sorry for inconvenience. There was some network breakdown. Now, am I audible to everyone? Kindly give your response in the chat box. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
We're discussing about that activity part over there, like how we are going to connect different devices over there. Yeah, that's great. So now when we talk about the connectivity, so now in these days we are using 5G connectivity, like in the mobile also we are using 5G, and based on that we are going to perform different activity in the mobile phone also. So then the people and connectivity, that is the third part that we are going to use it over there. So when we talk about the people and connectivity over there, so like after sending data on the cloud, so what we are going to do with the data, that is the important part. So we are going to send the data to the cloud, and from the cloud we are going to put some analytics. We are going to use some cloud API, we are going to build it over there, and the data we are going to analyze it over there. So all the activity that we are going to perform it on the cloud. Then if we want to upgrade any machine from the remote location, that also we can do it using that one. So that is the important part that is being used in the industry when we talk about the IoT application over there, like remote monitoring and the maintenance that I shared with you. So now when we talk about the new cars, those are available in the market. So over there, they are connected with their factories, and when we talk about their service centers, whenever the maintenance is required, you are going to get the call in your mobile phone that yes, your car is required maintenance, and you have used your car up to this much hours. So that also you are going to get it over there. Now when we talk about the integration of all these three components, like sensors, connectivity, people, and the process, we are going to come up with multiple applications. Those are integrated, like smart thermostat, and new concept that is being get introduced in the coming days, that is the connected cars, activity tracker, smart outlet, like Alexa and all that. We are going to use it over there. So that also we are going to see it over there. So the last one is the parking sensor. That is very important concept. So in the coming days, you are going to find smart parking based on that. Like whenever you have to go in the market, so you have to just navigate with your mobile app, and you have to book the parking slot, and automatically you will be get navigated. Now in this day, what is happening whenever we are going in the market? So there is a lot of traffic, and you are not going to find the parking space over there. That is very hectic task over there. And few more add-on, you are going to find it that you are going to get serviced your car in the parking also in the coming days. Like if you require 2 3 hours, and you are going to watch any movie, and meanwhile your car is being get serviced over there in the parking. So those coming days, in the coming days, you are going to find the integration of IoT over there using technology. So these are some more diverse applications, like when we talk about home consumer, transport and mobilities, health bodies, building and infrastructures, cities and industries over there. So these are few more areas over there. You can find IoT application, like when we talk about body and health. So over there you are going to find patient care, patient monitoring. In the past, when we talk about the COVID era, over there were a lot of application of IoT that is being used over there. Building infrastructure in the civil construction over there also, you can use it in the cities and industry over there also. You can use it that one. Now, when we talk about the integration in some more way that you can find, if your car is being at faulty, mechanic will become automatically to your locations. So in the coming days, you are going to find GPS navigation also in your cars and all that. So one more application over there, that is the latest one that I'm just going to share with you, that is being required in India also. So this one is a case study of from the US Department of Agriculture. So over there you can see in the coming days in the dairy farming segment, you are going to find this application of cattle health monitoring. So using that, what you can do, you can analyze the data, and based on the data, you can predict the health of the cattle, and also you can predict the milk production in the coming week also. That forecast also you can do it over there. So a lot of things can be detected using that. Recently, there were one disease attack over there in the cows in the Rajasthan and Haryana region, that was lumpy disease. So there were no cure about that particular disease, but some isolation can be provided over there if we know that disease in early stage. So that can be done using technology, using IoT. So that can be get detected using IoT over there. So when we
अजय
talk,
सर,
yes, sir.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर, ये स्क्रीन पे आपने जो शेयर कर रखा है ना, इसमें हाइड पे अगर आप क्लिक कर देंगे ना तो ये डाउन हो जाएगी स्क्रीन, है ना, काइंडली।
Okay, sir.
थैंक यू सर,
Thank you.
थैंक यू।
Yeah. So when we talk about some more IoT applications that you can see over here, and when we talk about the healthcare, so over there also like patient care, patient monitoring. So over there also we can use IoT over there. So like when we are going to talk about the improving patient monitoring and the care, so real time that signal we can monitor from the remote locations. So in the coming day, you no need to go to the hospital. Just the one nurse will come at your home, and they will mount some instrument over there for monitoring your health, and doctor will able to monitor your health from the remote location also. So those kind of technology you are going to find in the coming days in the hospital and all that, like movable hospital that you are going to find it. Like if there is any critical illness to any specific patient, so that can be get monitored from the remote location also, and the doctor will get alert also in the timely manner. In the same way, when we talk about in the ambulance, over there also all the data is being get monitored by the doctor, and any kind of treatment has to be taken over there during the travel, that also being get considered over there. So any personalized care plan also you are going to find in the coming days over there. So when we talk about the enhancing medication management over there, that also can be done using like automatic dispensing, doses reminder. So those kind of mobile app over there, you can set up doses reminder over there. Some wearable devices that can be performed in that way, like doses reminder for the patient. The wearable device for the patient. Now in these days, we are using the wearable devices for like activity tracking, like how much step we have gone through, how much calories we have burned out on all that. But in the coming days, you are going to find some wearable device health band that can be used for monitoring the health over there. So real time drug interaction monitoring over there, all these things is being get monitored using that IoT. So this one is like optimizing hospital operations. So remotely, those kind of thing can be done over there, like asset tracking, real-time location tracking, automatic workflow management. So in the same way, in the factory also in the same way that can be get monitored in IoT. So as I told you earlier, enabling remote patient monitoring like wearable sensor, data transmission, real-time insight, that also can be get monitored over there. So any kind of advancing chronic disease that also can be get managed over there in the coming days, or any kind of unevenness in your health that also can be get detected using that. So any improvement that also can be get monitored. And when we talk about real-time data collection, that can be utilized further also, and like data processing also can be done using existing data, and based on that lot of prediction also can be done based on your health. So personalized treatment plan also can be get considered over there. So like when we talk about the medical imaging over there, so these are some applications that I'm just sharing with you in the medical domain. When we talk about IoT implementations, so over there you can like when we talk about the X-ray scanning. So whenever doctor going to see the X-ray, so sometime that is the human error can be get considered over there. But using that technology, so that can be get obsoleted from the market. Lot of work is going on in that particular, like you are going to put your x-ray on the screen, and the screen will diagnose the disease if there is any kind of specific like cancer or any specific tumor over there in the brain or any other parts, that can be get diagnosed easily using that technology part. So the integration of the technology and the doctor experience, so we can come out with a lot of good results over there. So portable imaging devices, real-time image analysis over there, enhancing image quality also, because sometimes doctor are not able to see it, but using some tools, machine learning tools, so we can process the data and we can enhance the feature over there. So these are few more application over there, like AI integration over there, blockchain technology, VR, AR. So that is also part of that. So now when we talk about one more important thing, like when we talk about the industrial robotics, industrial IoT, and when we talk about the industrial IoT, so over there you can just visualize that how industrial IoT is being used over there. So you can see this one is a manufacturing car plant. So over there car is being get manufactured. So you can see how fast that manufacturing is going on over there. You can see the cycle time and the product. So in the one cycle time, like when we talk about 1 minute, so one product is coming out over there after performing all the operation over there, assembling and all that. So now when we talk about how many manpower is working over there, that you can visualize it. Only a few manpower you are going to find it, like 4 to 5 uh, employees, those are working over there. But when we talk about the other employees, those are monitoring the data, they are doing the analytics over there with the data. And important point is that all the robot are being get synchronized over there. If one robot get faulty over there, so the complete supply chain is being get breakdown. So for that, how we are going to overcome those kind of failure? So for that, preventive maintenance is being considered using IoT, because all the machine data is going on the cloud. Just suppose in this robot, one motor is going to get faulty in the coming week. So the data of the motor health is being get monitored, going on the cloud, that is being get monitored, and whenever that threshold limit is being get crossed about the temperature and current and different parameter of that particular motor, so alert is being get generated that this motor is going to get faulty in the next 1 week. So during the idle time in the manufacturing, there is one idle time, that is like when we talk about in the factory, so there are 3 shifts, 7 hours each, and 3 hours for idle time, that is for cleaning, maintenance and all that. So during that idle time, that part is being get replaced and that part is being get procured over there, because the replacement will not take too much time, but whenever the part is not available, so that is the challenging task that can also be managed over there based on that, using IoT and using technology intervention over there. So in the coming days, you are going to find more IoT integration, more IoT applications over there, like smart robots for home application, for robot for serving application in the hotel and in the restaurants. So when we talk about the impact of the 5G, that is very important to discuss over here, because in the 3G there were limited connectivity. In the 4G, you can see there is little bit more connectivity. But when we talk about the 5G, it's not only limited to surfing the internet in the mobile phone and all that. It's about the connecting devices, connecting the machines over there. You can see over there. Now in this day, when we talk about one more technology transition that I'm just sharing with you, like we were using DDH and we were using Airtel TV and we were using this TV earlier, but now in this day, we are going to use smart TV that is connected with the internet. We are having a broadband connections. Using that, we are going to watch all the TV channels over there. So recently, Jio has also introduced their Geo TV. So that is also working based on the internet, and we are using smart TV also. Those are based on the Android, and we will able to watch all the TVs over there, TV channels and all that. So in the coming days, you are going to find that your cloth will let you know that when they have to wash, and when we talk about all other devices, those will be get interconnected over there. So there are some advantages and there is some disadvantage also when we talk about the connected devices over there. So the human intervention, that is very important, and human uh, integration with the machine, that is also a very challenging task when we talk about that industry 4.0. So the new concept is being get introduced for meeting that challenge, that is Industry 5.0. So in the Industry 5.0, so the advancement from the Industry 4.0, that is that how we are going to integrate the machine with the human being, how we are going to maintain the harmony over there amongst the machine and human being. That is the major component that is being integrated in Industry 5.0. That is still in under discussion and all that. So in the coming days, when the industry is going to become smart, so human integration will be also considered over there. So their safety factor and all these being, things is being discussed over there. So now when we talk about the like integration, something we are developing it, that is just for entertainment. Yeah. So the understanding of those things is very important. Like when these are just for entertainment, just you can see one customer and boss after lack of knowledge. Like a student get placed in the industry without having latest technology and about the latest skill set. So how boss will behave? So we have to train them based on the industrial requirements, skill set, industrial requirement knowledge based on the industry 4.0, so that they can get a job in the industry and they can sustain over there also. So every component is important when we talk about the IoT, like basic component, electrical component, electronics component, and then after that sensor, actuators and all that. Like just suppose one capacitor we are having. If the capacitor is mounted in the reverse polarity, what going to happen over there? That capacitor get blasted like this. So their understanding is important, that how we are going to mount it, how we are going to connect it. So it's not like that you should have expertise over there, but just basic understanding you should have, so that you can implement it in your applications. So just suppose this capacitor is being deployed in the aeroplane and in the reverse polarity, what can be happen over there, so that you can see it over there. So we have to understand all those components in a very detailed manner, so that we can implement them easily without having any kind of failure over there. So like when we talk about the resistance, that is also basic one. So we are starting from the basic. If you don't know anything about the IoT, we are starting with the resistance. We are starting with the LEDs, that how we can connect LED, how we can glow the LED. Then after that, we can start building different sensor, sensor data processing, data acquiring, and then after that, sending data to the cloud and all that. So like this one is a simple LED. So over there you can see the cathode and anode. One is the positive and one is the negative. Might be you have tried those LED at your home also, and you have connected with the battery, and sometimes those LED get burn out also. So those LED being used in the LED bulb also at our home also, and those same LED is being used in the smart TV also, LED TV also. And there is a plenty of application now in these days when we talk about the LEDs. So simple LED, you can see how we are going to connect it. So we can connect using battery and all that. That also we are going to discuss. So just see, you can see this one is a process and that is the manual one. So how we can make it smart, how you can connect it with the cloud, how you can monitor it from the remote location. Those are the questions that we have to ask when we talk about the implementation of IoT over there. So one incident that I'm sharing with you, that is approximate about 4 to 5 years back. One incident took place in the NTPC power plant in Uttar Pradesh. So over there, one boiler got bursted and many injuries, many casualty took place over there. So due to the human error over there, so how we can nullify those kind of human error? So for that we can integrate IoT over there. We can implement automation over there, so that we can avoid those kind of failure over there about those risky jobs that can be done using IoT. So that is just for entertainment. Kindly consider it as a entertainment. Yeah. And boss is absent. Yeah. Okay. So now we are talking about some microcontroller and microprocessors over there. So when we talk about microcontroller, when we talk about microprocessor, it's not like that. When we talk about the Raspberry Pi, it's not mean that that is a only microprocessor. When we talk about the Arduino, it's not like that. That is only the microcontroller that we can use it. And when we talk about the 8051, that is being used earlier time. Now in these days also we are using 8051 in some specific applications, but we are having a more options. Those are very simplified to implement it. So when we talk about the common difference over there, so in the microcontroller, over there we are having a memory, generally in the KB and MB, and when we talk about the microprocessor, we are having memory in the GBs over there. Like just take simple example. Earlier we were having that Nokia phone and that keypad phone. So that was based on microcontroller. And now in these days we are using smartphone. Those are based on microprocessor. So we are talking about different microprocessors like MediaTek and different latest processor. Those are going on over there. So the cost also, when we talk about the microcontroller, that is the cheaper one, and this one is a expensive over there. So they are processing, data processing, and when we talk about the program, there is no operating system, but there is a operating system over there. Like in the smartphone, we are going to use Android over there, like Android 15, 14, and all that. So commonly when we talk about for general purpose and for easy to understand, we are going to use microprocessor, that is the Raspberry Pi, and the microcontroller, that is Arduino Uno. There are many more microcontroller also that we can use it for different application. And when we talk about the Raspberry Pi also, over there different version is there. Those are working as a microprocessor. So recently, Raspberry Pi also has introduced one microcontroller also in the Raspberry Pi family. That is Raspberry Pi Pico. That also we can use it. Like if those are comfortable with the Python programming, we can work on the Raspberry Pi Pico board also. That is microcontroller board developed by Raspberry Pi. So first of all, we are going to talk about the Arduino. So before starting about the Arduino, I just want to know that how many of participants are familiar about the Arduino. Just raise your hand in the chat box or just uh, say yes and no in the chat box. So how many of participants are familiar with the Arduino? Yeah, that's great. Lots of thumbs up is over there. That's great. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So yes. So now when we talk about some of participants are not familiar about it, no need to worry. I will say over here also. And one more question that I'm just going to pose it over here, that how many of participants are familiar about Raspberry Pi Pico, Pico board, Raspberry Pico board, Pico, that is the microcontroller board. So how many of participants are familiar about the Pico board? That is similar to the Arduino board. That is Pico board. We are going to call it Pico, RPI Pico. Okay. So I will say that one also. That yeah, that's great. Arduino beginner. That's great. Okay. So now we are going to talk about quickly about that Arduino. Then after that we are going to talk about that Pico also, and we are going to talk about Node MC also, and we are going to talk about ESP8266 also. We are going to talk about that one more microcontroller that is very cheap and cost effective. Whenever we are going to make any prototype with minimum cost, that also we can make it. Whenever student has to build their projects, they also may use that microcontroller that is known as the 8085. 8085, that is a microcontroller. That also I will share with you how we can use it for different applications. So let's get started. So first of all, we are talking about Arduino board. So we are going to talk about the Arduino. This one is the Arduino Uno microcontroller development board over there. Someone mic is unmuted. Kindly mute your mic. So now we are going to discuss about the Arduino board. So this one is the Arduino Uno microcontroller development board. There are many microcontroller in the family of the Arduino. So we can use Arduino. There is Arduino Nano, Arduino Micro, and Arduino Mega. So there is many more board over there, and Arduino Wi-Fi also over there. Arduino Bluetooth integrated Wi-Fi also. So this one is the common one, that is Arduino Uno, and that's coming in the two version. Few things that I'm just sharing with you. One is coming with this IC. This one is a microcontroller IC that is known as a 8 mega 328P, and this one is a DIP package. DIP means you can mount this IC on this IC base, and you can remove that IC also. That is known as a DIP. And this one is known as a SMD package. SMD. This one is a SMD, surface mounted devices. Those components. This one is a transistor in a small size. Those are mounted on the surface over there that you can see. Those are known as a SMD component. So these are SMD. And this one is a DIP. So whenever we are going to purchase this Arduino, that carry cost approximate 400 to 500 rupees. But sometime when we are purchasing the Arduino board, so we are going to get in the lower cost also, that we are going to get that Arduino Uno with the SMD chip. This one is also SMD over there. So that I'm just going to share with you over here if that is available. Yes. So this one is Arduino with the SMD IC that you can see it. So this one is lower cost. That cost is approximate 350 rupees, and working is same. But one disadvantage is over there. If the microcontroller get faulty, it would be little bit tough to replace it over there. For that you require workstation for soldering and all that. So that become difficult. And this one is very easily you can replace it, and you can easily mount it over there if any component gets faulty over there in the Arduino. You can program it using USB cable, using your computer easily, and using your mobile phone also you can program this one. So there is one dedicated app that is being used over there, and using that one you can program this one also. For that you require a OTG cable in your mobile phone that you can mount it, and then after that you can connect that USB with your mobile phone, and you can program it also using that one. So, and you can use external power over there. These are the digital pins, and these are analog pin. These are power port. Power port means you can give power to this board also, and you can get output power also over there. That is about the basic overview about this Arduino board. Now we are going to talk about that how we can simulate it without purchasing this one. You can do simulation also in the Tinkercad. So this one we are going to discuss over here first, then after that we are going to move ahead. So how many of participants are familiar about the Tinkercad? That is so much popular now in these days for any kind of circuit simulations. When we talk about the IoT, so the first part is the circuit simulation that we are going to do it on the Tinkercad. Then after that we are going to talk about the cloud and all that. That is the secondary part. So how many of participants are familiar with the Tinkercad? So kindly give a response in the chat box. That's great. That's great. A lot of thumbs up is coming over there. Okay, so great. Many participants are familiar about it. So some more advanced thing that I'm just going to share over here about the Tinkercad also. Like if you are going to make, yeah, that's great if you know about the walkway. So that also I will share with you. So that's great if you know about the Tinkercad. So few more advanced thing that I will share over here about the Tinkercad. So first of all, whenever we have to use the Tinkercad, so over there we are going to do the sign up. So first of all, we have to create account over there and the classroom and all that I'm not going to discuss. So first of all, I'm going to discuss that how we can use this Tinkercad for advanced applications. So over there in the Tinkercad, you can get different microcontrollers. One is Arduino board, and second one is a microbit over there. In the microbit, where we can use that microbit, whenever we have to do the Python programming, that you can do it using microbit. In the microbit you can use Python programming over there, and you can write your code and you can run it over there, and there are some sensors, those are integrated over there. This one is being used in the UK over there, in the US in the schools. So this one is very user friendly. And when we talk about the Arduino board, so we are going to use Arduino. So this one is the Arduino that you can get it over here like this. So you can write program over there in a very simple way. That is the graphical programming. Those are new with the Tinkercad. So you can do uh, graphical coding over there, or you can write code in a C++ also. So like this code also you can write it over there in the C++ also, or automatically also you can generate code from the graphical coding to the C++. This one is a wonderful tool for the beginner. If you don't know about the coding, then also you can use this Tinkercad. So now over there a simple example we are going to run it over there, like we are going to mount the LED. So before that, if you want to take it out any circuitry, that also you can take it out. Like this one is the LED that we are going to connect it with the battery, and that simple experiment you can do it over there, like this cathode is a negative that we are going to connect with the negative. You can do the wiring over there like this and like this, and you can start simulation over there, and you will be able to see LED is working fine. So if we are not going to connect this resistance, or we are going to reduce the resistance value, what you are going to observe over there, those things also you can do it in the simulation. So you will able to see over there that current through the LED is, that is 808 milliampere, that is higher than the maximum limit. So what is happening? LED get faulty. So we are going to increase this resistance value, so that now you can see LED is glowing, but some warning is coming. Still the current is 65 milliampere, but the absolute that maximum is required, that is 20 milliampere. So further we have to increase the resistance value, or high resistance value resistor we can use it over there. So as per the calculation, that is 350 ohm. So if we are going to take it 340, then also it will show warning. So 350 is the correct value, 350 ohm. So in that way you can check it out, your component that is working or not. In the same way you can check all the different sensor also over there. So there is many sensors that also you can use it over there. These are the basic component. Now I'm just going to share with you the advanced component over there. So in the components, you can click over there, or you are going to find more components over there. Linear diode also, diode, buttons, more sensors like photodiode, force sensor, flux sensor. So these different sensor also you are going to get it, like this one sensor. I'm going to check it out how this will work. So you can see they are working also in a very simple way. So this sensor, I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to take one actuator or any motors. LEDs also, LCD also, you are going to see it over there. More power source, you are going to get it over there. More microcontroller, then instruments that you can use it over there. Power supply, scope, function generator, multimeter, many more functionality you can perform it over there. Some ICs over there like op-amp and timer IC and all that. Optocoupler also you can use it. Transistor, MOSFET, relay, motor driver, voltage regulators. These are some gate IC and all that. So these are some advanced component when we are going to click on the on. So now we are going to check it out with the motor connectivity, that how the sensor will perform. So I'm going to mount it with the motor, and how the sensor will work. So that working also you can check it out. So now over there, this one we are connecting it in a series. So this one you can connect it like this. So you can start simulation. You will able to see your motor is running. Your motor is running. And this one is a flex sensor. How it will work? Whenever we are going to tilt it with some angle, based on that resistance value of the sensor will vary. So whenever resistance value will be vary over there, what you are going to get it over there, you are going to see the deflection in the motor speed. Now 37 RPM is over there. I'm going to tilt it over there like this. RPM is reducing over there. That is 7 RPM. 37. So you can see resistance value is very high over here. So you are going to see small deflection over there in this. So in the same way, you can see other sensor also over there that you can use it for different application, and you can save your circuit also over there. So now I'm going to discuss over there very important part with the Arduino, how we can do coding over there. So basic coding I'm going to share with you. Then after that I will share with you some project also. This one is a free software. No license is required over there when we talk about the Tinkercad. Tinkercad is free software over there. So now when we talk about their coding, so simply I'm just going to program a LED light, LED blink whenever we have to write the code. Very simple one. First one example is LED on off. So we can connect this one with the ground, and or we have to connect it using a resistance. To the resistance is required, otherwise LED get faulty. And any digital pin you can use it. These are the digital pins, and over there we are going to run the code. And this one is 8 number pin we have selected. Now we can write the code. So this one is the graphical code. By default you are going to get code for built-in LED. So what we have to do, we have to delete this one, or complete code also you can delete it, and you can write your new code. How we can do it over there? So simple step that I'm just going to share with you. So first of all, we have to go to the control. In the control, what we are going to get it, we are going to get forever loop. This you can see with the color also, this yellow color you can see it over here. Then after that, go to the output. In the output you are going to see over here, we are going to see those output pins. So you can take that second one and you can select over there. This one is pin number. So you can select 8 number pin, that is high. And then after that, you can go to the control, and over there you can take weight. And now this one is high, we want to make it low also. If we want to blink the LED, right click over there. Again, right click over there and duplicate. Same block we can repeat it over there. So in a very easy way you can do the coding. And when we talk about this code, let me delete this in part. You can see globe plus text, whatever code we are doing it, same
Excuse me, sir. I hope something issue. I'm not able to hear your voice.
Yes, yes, he just sent me message that he got disconnected. So please wait. There is some network issue, I think.
Uh, okay, sir, have you stopped the recording?
No, ma'am, he got disconnected and he will just join.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay,
There's
okay.
some
There
network
must be
issue.
some
yeah. Sorry
connection
for
error. Na?
inconvenience. I think
He'll be
I'm
joining
audible
soon.
now.
Please don't go anywhere.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
That's
Please go ahead.
so now coming back over here. So we were discussing that how we can write a simple code over there, and that code is written in a C++, graphical, and automatically C++ code will be get generated over there. So we are going to see over there block plus text both code. So now what next we can do over there, like we are going to duplicate same thing over here, right click and duplicate, and you will be able to see code will be generated over here automatically. So that is the beauty of this tool. You can write the graphical code, and from the graphical code your C++ code will be generated automatically. You can make it low, you will be able to see that will get updated automatically. Now coming to block code, so that you can see circuit also, and you can start simulation over there. So as we are going to start simulation, LED start blinking with the interval of 1 second on and 1 second off over there. So now over there you can see that LED is turning on and off with the interval of 1 second. Whatever modification and tweak that you want to do it, that you can do it over there, and you can save your circuitry also. Based on that, many projects you can make it over here, like any kind of sensor that you want to interface, any kind of LED based any project you want to make it, any kind of let me share with you some projects what you can make it using this Tinkercad. Then after that, I'm just going to share with you some advancement over there using different microcontroller and any kind of low cost solution. If you want to build it, that also you can build it over there. So that also I will discuss over there. So first of all, over there I'm going to share with you some project. Yeah. So this one you can see ambulance light kind of any siren you want to make it just for entertainment, because whenever students start building those kind of projects, they will enjoy those kind of projects, like that you can see it. So you are going to hear that sound over there, might be that is not audible right now, and you are going to see different sound with the different lighting over there, that you can see over lighting and different sound. And the code you can write it over here in a graphical as well as C++. So now in that way you can make your circuitry, make your projects in a very simple way. Now we are going to talk about the different microcontroller that we are going to discuss over here. So that is the cost effective solution. I'm supposing that the basic understanding all the participants having about this project that we have discussed about the Arduino and all that. Now we are going to call about another microcontroller, that is 85. 85 microcontroller that we are going to discuss over here, and this one you can see it. 85 microcontroller. So when we talk about this 85 microcontrollers, so over there, so we are going to see about the basic informations about this one. So you can search it on the Google also with the name of 85. So this one is a low cost solutions, low cost microcontroller. So why we are talking about it? Just suppose any student has to build any final year project or pre-final year project using Arduino or using microcontroller or any automation they want to implement. So for that, they require 3 and 4 input and output, and they can use this 85. That cost of this one is approximate 80 to 90 rupees. And when we talk about the Arduino, that carry cost of approximate 400 to 500, and then they have to add on some sensor and all that. So the cost of the project might be that can be 1000 or more than that. But using this one, that cost can be get optimized, can be get reduced up to 500 also, up to 200 also, that depend upon your project requirement. So over there you are going to find 8 pins. Out of that, 6 pin you can use it as a input and output. So you can see total 8 pin is there, 6 pin you can use it as input and output, and you can build your own application over there. In the same way, if you don't want to use this 8 and you want to reduce further cost using the Arduino, so for that there is another solution over there that you can use it. Let me share with you that one also. That another solution that you can use it using Arduino, you know also. Yes. So this one is the solution using Arduino. Also, you can reduce the cost. Like whenever you are going to use the Arduino, as I told you, the DIP package, you can remove that Arduino board, that microcontroller, and you can mount it on your PCB. And that microcontroller, you can get it approximately in 200 rupees. And you required some add-on components with that one. Might be if you are familiar with the 8051, for that we have to use crystal oscillator, two capacitor, voltage regulator, and all that. In the same way, with this 8 mega 328P chip, we required to attach that crystal oscillator to that paper capacitor or ceramic capacitor, and power supply we have to mount it over there. This board you can use it directly in your circuit, or you can make your circuit on this board and you can mount that microcontroller, and using that you can reduce the cost over there. So cost can be get reduced in your project. So in the same way, further you want to reduce the cost, you don't want to use the this chip because that is the costly, and you required your work can be get managed in the earlier chip, that is the 8 pin chip, that is 8085 chip. Over there also you can manage your work. So I'm coming back to that chip, that is 8085 chip over there, 8085. So 8 pin is over there, and there is analog and digital, both pins are over there, so that you can use it over there. So now directly I'm just going to discuss that one, that how you can make the project. So I'm going to create a new, go to the circuit part, and you can make a project over there, like simple light on off circuit. We are making it on the 1885. So you can search over there 18, because directly in the basic component you cannot find that microcontroller. Only two you are going to find it over there. So what I'm going to do it over there, I'm going to in all component, and you can scroll it down, and you are going to find microcontrollers. Yes, in the microcontrollers you are going to find this 18. This one is the standard one board. So there are different 18 boards, those are available in the market, like 18, 85, 18, 8, 18, 12, 14, and many more. So 18, 44, and like that. So you can use this 18, the coding will be the same, and the pin configuration is almost same over there. So now what we are going to do, we are going to attach some LED or something like that over there. Go to the basic, let me connect the LED. How it will work, I'm just going to share with you. So over there you can see anode, cathode. So cathode, we have to connect with the negative. So you can see this one is a power. You can do fit to screen to reduce the size. So this one is ground. So ground wire I'm going to connect it with cathode. And we have to connect one resistance also with the LED, like earlier we have used. You can rotate that one like this. Like this. So now this one we can connect with any digital pins. So these are the pins that we can use it as a digital output. So let me use this number. So now we have connected the LED. Now we have to write the code. So you can write code in the same way like earlier we have done it with graphical coding or C++. So That is up to you in which you are comfortable. So you can go to the output, take second block, select the pin number. Same way you can write in the C++ also. So if you're comfortable with the C++, over there also you can write code in your way. So I'm going to select over here pin number. Only 0 to 5 pins are available. So you can check PB1, one number pin we are using it, that is high. Go to the control. In the control you can get that weight and right click and duplicate over there. You can make it high and this one is low. Then after that, when we talk about simulation, you can start simulation and you can check it out. The code is working or not. This one is not working over here. Why it is so? Because whenever we are going to use this 8 board, we have to power it. So power we have to give it, that is 5 volt. So either you can take 5 volt cell or 5 volt battery that you can mount, or any kind of power supply you can use it over there. So I'm going to use a power supply.
Ajay sir, you are muted.
Ajay sir, you are not audible and you are muted. Sir, go to the setting, three dots, and go to setting. Three dots. Yes. No, 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 sir. Okay, okay. You. Yes, yes, yes. Audio only. Participants, wait for 1 minute, as he's finding some difficulty in his audio device. So let us wait.
Yeah, I hope now I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. You're
coming
audible
back
now.
over there,
Go ahead, sir,
so
please.
we were using 1885 over there. So first of all, I want to know about the response amongst the participant, that all the participants are comfortable with the 18, or should I switch to the Arduino board? So this one I shared with you so that whenever a student has to make a project, so they can make it cost effective solution. So I'm just going to build some project over there. So all the participants are comfortable with the ETNI or more comfortable with the Arduino. So you can write in the chat box ETNI or Arduino. Based on that, I will switch a platform from Arduino to 1885. Yeah, commonly student going to use that Arduino board. So okay, I'm coming back to the Arduino board, and I'm going to share with you some project that you can make it on the Arduino. But using 825, the cost of the project can be get reduced. So if the participant are comfortable with the Arduino coding, so same coding we have to do in the Arduino. Okay, now I'm switching to the Arduino. So I'm coming to the Arduino based project that we are going to make it. So first of all, one part is that we have to acquire the sensor data whenever we are talking about the IoT applications. So one interesting project that we are going to make it over here, that is automatic LPG cylinder detection, cylinder weight detection, or we can call it LPG cylinder gas level detections. That project we are going to make it using Arduino over here. So for that, we are going to click on the new design, create circuit. So first of all, we have to detect the level of LPG gas in the cylinder that we are using in our kitchen. So for that, we are going to use one sensor that is known as a force sensor. Force sensor. You can search it with the name of force, and you can mount it over there like this. So this one is a force sensor that we are going to use it. So in this force sensor, we are going to connect it with the Arduino. So whenever we are going to connect this kind of sensor, first of all, you can check the sensor, how the sensor is working. So you can take the multimeter, you can mount it. What type of the sensor is that, you can check it out using multimeter. This one is very important part. So now we have connected the multimeter, start simulation over there, and you can check it out that there is nothing output. So whenever we have to simulate any sensor, we have to click on the sensor. I'm going to click on the sensor over there, and then you can move this one. This one, what we are doing it, we are increasing the weight over there. We are increasing the pressure over there, or we are increasing the weight. So you can see in the Newton that we are going to show the force. So there is no response in the multimeter. So it means the sensor is not giving output in the format of voltage. So how the sensor is working? We are going to change this multimeter in the ampere. Again, you can check it out. There is no current deflections when we are increasing or decreasing the load over there on the sensor. So again, you can move to the R resistance. So right now you can see resistance is very high. We can check it out. Yes, resistance is varying over there. Resistance is varying when we are going to increase the load. So resistance value is reducing. When decrease the load, resistance value is increasing. So main this one is a resistive type sensor. So there are different type of sensor. One few of them are capacitive type, but 70% sensors we are using for IoT applications or industrial IoT applications. Those are resistive type sensor. So in the resistive type sensor, you can see the output is changing when we are changing the environmental parameter, like we are changing force over here. So how we can read the sensor value in the microcontroller? So for that we are going to write code, and based on that we are going to turn on the buzzer. Like if LPG cylinder having only the 10% gas remaining over there, so we are going to turn on the buzzer. So that we are going to do it using this project. So now this sensor we are going to interface with the Arduino board. So this Arduino board that I'm going to take it over here. So in this Arduino board, what we are going to do, we have to connect this one. So whenever we have to connect any kind of resistive sensor, so we have to mount one resistance also over there like this. This one. So how we are going to connect this one? So why we are mounting this resistance over there, that also I will let you know. So I'm going to connect this one with 5 volt, and this one wire I'm going to connect it with the ground like this. You can do color coding also, make it black color. Okay, so now we are going to get output over here like this. So this one is the circuit that we are going to make it like this. We are going to read the value of the sensor on the A0 pin, and we are going to make it over here orange color. So this one is the circuit diagram that we are going to just make it for reading any kind of analog, any kind of resistive sensor. So now we are going to sum up this session. First session we are going to sum up it over here, and after a break of 5 minutes we are going to start a second session. In the second session we are going to complete this project, and then after that we are going to make one more project based on the IoT, and we are going to make customized mobile app, and based on that we are going to control the appliance. That also I'm going to share with you using hardware also. So we are going to sum up this session over here, and after the break of 5 minutes we are going to resume the session.